Welcome back to Motorsport News and to Belgium, the Zolder circuit for the penultimate round of the FIA International Formula 3000 Championship. It's round 10. The series has already been won by Brazilian Roberto Moreno. But here in Belgium, it's the British driver Martin Donnelly with his Reynard who's quickest in practice. And another British driver, Mark Blundell, number 5 seen here, is second quickest with the Lola. Well, Martin Donnelly, a real coming man, they say, in this Formula 3000 Championship. He, of course, won the rather ill-fated Formula 3000 race at Brands Hatch. He's only done part of the season, but he's already 4th in the series. From Great Britain, Mark Blundell having one of his best outings aboard the Lola T88. Winner of the previous round in the championship, Olivier Grouillard, lines up 3rd on the grid with yet another Lola. And his teammate, Jean-Denis Delatraz, is 4th quickest with, yes, another Lola. He unfortunately had his Ferrari confiscated from him, that's his road-going Ferrari, over some legal battle with a former entrant. Well, away they go, and of course the start of Formula 3000 races often sees quite a few incidents, and Zolder was to be no exception whatsoever. Perry McCarthy hits David Hunt, and out goes the brother of former world champion James Hunt in a cloud of dust. Well, the rest of them weren't that well behaved either, because out on the first lap went Perry McCarthy, Paolo Barilla and Johnny Dumfries. They all tangled around the circuit. But it was to be a pretty good race for Martin Donnelly, at least in the early stages. So at the back of the pits, it was Martin Donnelly leading from Olivier Grouillard, Mark Blundell 3rd, Delatraz 4th, Jean Lacey there in 5th place, and the rest of the field going through, and surprisingly in good order. This massive Formula 3000 field behaving itself, at least at the moment. Volker Biedler there, number 1. Martin Donnelly, though, leading with the Reynard, entered by Eddie Jordan Racing. Grouillard 2nd. Delatraz there in 4th place, being attacked by Jean Lacey with the Marlboro Reynard. The rest of the field going through past the stricken car of David Hunt. And now Grouillard, Olivier Grouillard, closing up just that little bit on Martin Donnelly. The rest of the very tightly packed field coming through. Fermin Velez, the Spanish driver, the former C2 sports car champion, not having a very happy season there with the silk cut Reynard. And now Olivier Grouillard closing up on race leader Martin Donnelly. As ever, Formula 3000 racing fast and furious, and of course we'll be covering, we hope, more of this in 1989. And look at this. Delatraz gets the inside and gets past Mark Blundell for 3rd place. The Blundell there with a Lola right on his wheel tracks. Meanwhile, up front, Reynard versus Lola, where the British driver Martin Donnelly, not that successful in Formula 3, came out of the British Formula 3 Championship to be ultra successful in this Formula 3000 series. So Martin Donnelly still there in the lead, but Olivier Grouillard closing up to 3rd place has gone to Mark Blundell, and he's pulled away from Delatraz in 4th place. And now Donnelly pulling away inexorably from Olivier Grouillard. But now making an impression on Grouillard is Mark Blundell, with Delatraz there in 4th place, having a very good outing. But not a March car to be seen at the moment in the top 6. It's all Lolas or Reynards. Martin Donnelly, surely a man destined soon for Formula 1 success. And there's the battle for 2nd and 3rd place. Grouillard now with Blundell right behind him. Delatraz has dropped back a bit in 4th spot. And then comes Jean Lacey, with Eric Bernard of France going very well with his Reynard. But now this is the battle for the lead, because missing is Martin Donnelly. Martin Donnelly goes missing. Out of the pits comes Jean-Paul Belmondo, son of the famous French actor. But here is the battle for the lead. Olivier Grouillard with the Reynard, and Mark Blundell has closed right up on him. Poor old Martin Donnelly, the race leader for quite some time, out with gearbox failure. So up into 3rd place goes number 11, Jean-Denis Delatraz. And there is Donnelly touring around the track, soon to retire. A real shame after leading the race for so long. Meanwhile, the battle, though, on at the front between Gruillard and Mark Blundell. And Blundell now dropping back just that little bit. Eric Bernard is in 4th place, but now Blundell is close back up again. And this could well be a battle all the way through to the finish. Battle now for 3rd place. De La Tra's 3rd, Bernard in 4th place. Eric Bernard, number 43, going very well. He drove earlier for the Rolt team this year, but has since changed his allegiance to a Reynard chassis. And there is the battle for the lead. 1st and 2nd have gone through. They're on their final lap. And who will it be to the checkered flag? Mark Blundell sure to make a real effort in the closing stages as Olivier Gruillard leads. But Blundell's right behind, and it's Olivier Gruillard who goes on to victory, and Olivier Gruillard is delighted. Mark Blundell, though, isn't that delighted, while De La Tra is in 3rd place. Join us next week here on Motorsport News, where we'll bring you the incredible Yamaha World Cup final from Brands Hatch, and plenty of action on both 2 and 4 wheels.